What's up, Raiders? It's been a few weeks, and a lot of stuff has happened. Today's April 17th, and the draft is coming up here soon. So let's take a look at some of the needs that we still have to look for in this draft. Biggest thing still is edge rusher. That's why that's the biggest on here. We can even take two, honestly. I've been saying we need a running back, and we have Isaiah Crowell, but even with him and Chris Warren III, I still think we could use a sick guy like Josh Jacobs or Darrell Henderson. I have O-line bigger here, but I would like to address that maybe in the second round, or if we make some kind of maneuver to get back into the third round. Because I think we need some impact players up here in this first round. Speaking of, we can go wide receiver, or maybe a little bit more importantly, we can go tight end. And I still have corner here on the list, but that's been addressed a little bit here with Worley coming back on the other side of Conley. Depth will never hurt, though. If we were to do a quick mock draft, let's say the Cardinals take Kyler Murray. Let's say the 49ers take Nick Bosa, right? At number 3, the Jets. This is where I've kind of not seen a lot of mock drafts go. The GM came out saying that he wanted to trade down. He flat out came out saying that maybe a few weeks ago. So I have a feeling a quarterback goes right here, and a team like the Redskins or the Bengals or somebody trades up and moves into that position. The Bengals might be an interesting team to do that because they're there at 11, so they're still kind of up there high, whereas the Redskins are a little bit lower. So the Jets might take that. And then let's say they take Dwayne Haskins. So 2 quarterbacks are off the board. That leaves Josh Allen for us safely at number 4. And we're in a nice spot if this were to happen because we have Quinnen Williams and Josh Allen there sitting. So we get to pick our player there, but obviously Josh Allen is kind of in everybody's mind. From there, the rest of the draft will play out. I'm sure Montez Sweat comes in. Rashawn Gary will be pulled. I'm sure DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown will go. Greedy Williams will go. Cody Ford and a couple of the nice offensive linemen will go. So then at pick 24, I think we're going to keep that one. And for this purpose, let's say we just keep all 3 of the first rounders and our second rounder. So here at 24, obviously I would like to take a running back. I think if Josh Jacobs is there, which he might not be, then we can wait a little bit. There's Bryce Love, there's Darrell Henderson, and those guys will probably be there at 27 or even at 34. So right here we can look at Noah Fant. We can even look at Irv Smith. He had a pretty impressive combine, and he has the pedigree for it also. I'm sure Gruden would appreciate that. So in the first round, obviously we need to take an edge. We need to take a running back somewhere. I hope we would take a tight end. And then I think at that second pick there, we can address the offensive line. Unless someone just completely stands out, like Trayvon Mullen or a corner kind of slips a little bit. So let's take a look at what we do know about the upcoming season, starting with preseason. To start us off, the beginning of August, we're going to be hosting the Rams. They went to the Super Bowl, but obviously we'll probably only see a couple of their starters for maybe one series. After that, we're going to Arizona. If they do end up taking Kyler Murray, then that'll obviously be interesting there. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of him. And you know how the media is against the Raiders, so I'm sure there will be a lot of hype to see him throw and, see if we can shut him down or kind of what our defense is doing against a young player like that. That'll be cool. In week 3, Green Bay's coming to Oakland, or at least we think they are. What everybody's saying is that we don't have a home game for that right now. That's the one that might be in Canada, and that one's kind of up in the air right now. So Either way, wherever that's going to be, I like to play the Packers. I like when the black and silver is on there with the green and yellow. It doesn't happen too often. So that'll be fun. That's also week 3, so everybody knows that's when a lot of the starters play, maybe 3 or 4 series. Finally, we go up to Seattle, and that's been the case for, I think, the last 4 years. I'm sure Derek Carr will play a little bit, but this will be kind of prove-it time for those young players that are trying to make the team. Like I said, today's April 17th, so the NFL is actually launching the official schedule tonight. I believe they said 8 p.m. I don't know if that's Eastern or not. So we'll get some more insight on what week and what opponent and what is happening here soon. But taking a quick look at that, they did release the international games this morning. And, of course, the Raiders are global, always pushing the margin, and we will be doing that here too. And it's a huge game. So it's set here to be August 6th. So that'll be, week 4 or week 5? And then hopefully our bye week is after that. It's a little bit of an early bye, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'd like that to be around week 9. But that's the Khalil Mack revenge game, as everybody's calling it. I already saw a tweet about that too, so the hype is coming for it. Khalil Mack sacking Derek Carr. I'm telling you right now, I hope Trent Brown protects him, and I think he is going to. I hope Khalil Mack really doesn't have much of a game here. Here's a few of the other dates as well. Looks like they're getting done kind of early in the season. And then we have Mexico a little bit later too. Looking down here at our opponents, we know who will be playing and where we will be playing. But, like I said, tonight we'll have a little bit of an updated schedule. And then we can really look at strategy and we can look at weeks. And honestly, the season's coming together. We can kind of get an idea of what's going to be happening. We have 2 division games here in the beginning, and then we have usually the 2 or 3 at the end of the season. In the middle there, we're going to sprinkle in that Texan game. We're going to have Green Bay, hopefully far away from when we play them in the preseason. We got the Titans, Detroit. So there's some games here that we're going to sprinkle in the middle. And honestly, man, obviously I'm a big fan, but there's winnable games in here. I'm not even afraid of teams like Chicago. I don't know what it is about Trubisky. I don't know if he's going to get it done, but clearly they have a great defense. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be posting again here soon. We have the schedule coming out, the draft, obviously, and then nothing but a bunch of fun here with mini camp and OTAs and training camp. People are going to get cut left and right, so keep tuning in. This is the best time of the year until the season starts. Later.